Hey everybody, I'm inspired by BB with LoftP Africa.
You got Steve Lou, what it do?
So today's topics, let's read a LoftP letter.
What's in the letter? What's in the DM?
Let's see what's in our DM. Okay. Hey LoftP Africa, I need your advice. I am a 26-year-old married woman from Ghana. I live in the US, but I travel back and forth often to see relatives. The last time I went back to my hometown, I went out with my homegirls and met a Ghanaian man. He asked me out and I hesitated out of guilt, but my friend assured me she knew him, so I agreed to go. He took me to dinner and then asked to take me out to the spa afterwards. You know girls love the spa. I went and we hit it off. No sex involved. Was I wrong to go? Me and my husband are having marital issues, so it felt good to have a man's attention. Since I left, the Ghanaian man has been calling me faithfully and has made it clear that he wants to come visit me in the US. What do? I don't want my husband to find out. That's a hard one.
It's a lot of things involved in that.
I feel like she was wrong for going on the date.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, that's cheating. Because if a guy was to go on a date with a girl, if he was to go out on a date with a girl, you would have a fit.
Right. And she's already unhappy.
Right.
The only thing she didn't do was have sex.
Right. Do you think that was a plus that she didn't have sex? Of course she wouldn't have sex, but
It's not a plus. I mean, I guess.
Would it make it okay because she didn't have it? It could have been a friendly dinner. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there. It's like, I guess you didn't have sex. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm also looking at it in this aspect. Like, if it was a coworker, it wouldn't be a problem. Since
I mean,
is it the
depends
spa?
on what it is with the coworker. Like, is it lunch with the coworker? Is it a date? You go to the spa with
but
your
we
coworker?
don't know how she was acting on it.
But would you go to the spa with your coworker? Are you married? With a male?
Maybe not. Right. Yeah. Right. She definitely was feeling a little expectation.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
I definitely feel like she was wrong. Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
but
she was definitely wrong.
in our world now, it probably would have been okay. I feel like since everybody's open to open relationships.
I mean, if it's an open relationship, if it's not, then she wrong.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she feel guilty for a reason.
Do you think that she should tell him he can't come? What if she likes him and they're going through some problems?
I mean, it sounds like it's over with. You know what I'm saying? If she even gotta ask and think about it, it's over with.
If he finds out, yeah.
Not even if he find out. She sound like if he find out, if he doesn't find out, she gonna leave him.
Right.
That's what it sounds like. She asking for advice. What should I do?
Right.
You already have done what you should not have done.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
What else we got in the DM?
Let's see. It's on my. Did I send it?
Did you send looking up in the letter bag?
Let's look in the letter. Let's see. Dear Loft P, I met a man online. We hit it off pretty fast. Talking for an hour every day, FaceTiming. He flew in from his native country of Zimbabwe, where he was vacationing. I am really feeling him. He lives on the East Coast while I live in California. I'm a little established working as a paralegal. He is still in college working on his degree and in between jobs. I like him so much and want to come visit him, but can't afford a flight. I'm ready to fly him in. Am I moving too fast or should I proceed?
Oh, so he can't afford a flight is what he's saying.
He can't afford it, right. So should he pay for her ticket?
She wants to buy him a flight?
I feel like she shouldn't unless they've established that they're really in a relationship.
She feeling him.
She's feeling him, but you can feel anybody. They've only, been talking for a few months?
She's not feeling anybody, she's feeling him.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about buying a ticket for a guy that I'm not with, really.
Sis, go get your man.
Don't go get your man. Don't pay for tickets. Men are supposed to flew you out. You're not supposed to flew no guy out.
He getting flued out, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, She's feeling him. She's feeling his
but
movement.
he's getting flued out and about to probably reap extra benefits.
Yes.
So he's just winning all around.
Yes. Exactly.
But how? Because
Women get flued out.
yeah, but that's a man's place.
Exactly.
That's a man's place.
It's a man's play, but you know, sometimes things shake it up a little bit. So you know, she just going first. You know what I'm saying? Leap year.
Leap year.
Leap
So go
year.
ahead and leap. Take the leap.
Take the leap of faith.
He said, "Take the leap of faith, you guys." It's
Yes.
leap year.
Take the leap of faith for leap year.
And women go buy tickets, okay, and get played.
Now let's switch it up and see these little, you know, our own question bag.
True.
We usually ask the guests this. We're gonna ask each other today.
We're gonna ask everybody.
You're gonna ask everybody. What attracts you most to a person?
What attracts you most to a person? You want me to answer first? Okay.
Yeah.
What attracts me first would be teeth. Like, I love a smile. I love a nice smile. It doesn't necessarily have to be straight teeth because I like guys with gaps as well. But it just has to be hygienically
What kind of gap?
nice. It could be a front gap. I had a front gap, so yeah, but I fixed it. But yeah. Like a gap in the front right here. That's not bad. Just teeth, clean teeth, nice.
So that's
pearly
your
whites.
number one is teeth.
Teeth, number one. Number two would be hygiene. Like, you know, sprays and perfumes, certain type of perfumes I like to smell on a guy. I don't want to smell
Cologne,
you
you
sweating and all
Cologne?
sweaty all the time.
Not perfume, cologne.
Cologne, sorry. It's really technically the perfume, right?
Okay.
Even though it's cologne.
Yeah, but it's still cologne. I mean, we gotta call it cologne.
Okay, fine,
you know.
cologne. They have unisex cologne.
They do. They got the Bond number 9s are unisex.
Yeah, and the Baccarats.
Mm-hmm.
I love Baccarat.
Mm.
If you have on Baccarat.
You know, I like a woman
Call
that's in
me.
pretty good shape.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, yeah.
So wait, so if she's a little overweight.
Depending on how
You're not
much
gonna-
over. You know
So
what I'm
what's
saying?
your cap off?
I mean, it gotta be balanced. You know, it just can't be. It can't
So
be
she
too
can't
much.
be 300 pounds, 5'1".
And nothing's wrong with the 300 pounders. They just not for me.
Oh, okay.
You
You
know?
just have a type. Like you just have a type.
His shape, you know, pretty.
Well, you do work out, so yeah.
Yeah, you know, so if
You
you,
want somebody to be able to work out with you.
yeah, and at least if I'm, you know, you want to see somebody working out, striving towards a goal, right?
Right.
Yeah.
True.
So
It's
that's
motivation
Mm-hmm.
when your spouse is on the same page, right?
Right.
Let's see. Our first topic. Okay. So Ghana is celebrating their Independence Day, their
Right.
63rd
Yep.
Independence Day, and it's supposed to be on March 6th.
That's the
Yeah, today.
shots for Ghana
Shout out.
and all the countries that had their Independence Day. Because they, I believe, you know, another African country that was under the control of European influence. So,
Okay, by the Ashanti.
mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ghana and happy Independence Day to all my Ghanaian friends.
To all of the Ghanaians.
Ghana.
Mm-hmm. Then we got the cannabis industry growing in Africa.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which my cousin was just telling me about that. They got strains of weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a Congolese strain of weed where
Really?
I saw it on, I think I saw the video on Vice where it was like these white guys that are big cannabis guys, though they're big in the cannabis business, but they were like going from field to field in the Congo looking for this strain, and like there were some Rastafarians, because to get the to be able to have access to the marijuana in the Congo, you had to have like religious or medical reasons. So they brought the Rastafarians with them, and they paid the natives a certain amount of money. And I remember they asked one of the white guys, like, are you gonna pay them more since you know what I'm saying, since you found like what you were looking for, and you know you finna get rich off of this strain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They should.
Yeah, but the white guy was like, nah, I'm gonna just pay them what.
What I'm gonna agree to pay them, yeah.
But guess what?
Always shortballing him.
But guess what happened to the white guy at the end of the show?
What happened?
He died of malaria.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
But yeah, so South Africa has opened up their first dispensary. You know what I'm saying?
That's ironic because in Ethiopia it's not legal at all.
It's not even for Rastafarians.
Only for there's an area called Shashamene, and it's I guess considered legal for religious reasons, but that Shashamene isn't really. I mean, it's considered Ethiopia because it's in the heart of Ethiopia, but it's like a designated area for them. So it's like basically how in America they have their Indian reserves and you're able to gamble on only Indian territory. Right. Or have casinos and stuff. Same concept, except it's like a small tribe with Shashamene people, and they're all Rastafarian, and they practice Rastafarian.
What do they have to do to prove
that they're Rastafarian?
Yeah. Do you get like a medical card like you get in California?
That's a good question. I think you can't have it outside. If you're caught with it outside of Shashamene, it's like a federal offense.
But I'm just, I'm glad to see the world is,
changing.
Yeah, and accepting marijuana is, it's not a hard drug. You know what I'm saying? No matter what people say. They're accepting marijuana, but they can't accept gay marriage and. Yeah, gay marriage is like it's taboo in Africa.
It is. It's sad how they gave those guys 15 years.
The two guys in Zambia, huh?
Yeah. 2 guys went to a hotel room and I guess engaged in sexual activity and were granted 15 years in prison for gay sex.
I wonder if they can get a lawyer to get out or whatever. But hey, man, that's tough.
I feel like with Africa, they don't care about no lawyer.
No, they really don't.
They're like, what lawyer? Who?
It's a couple people can have
rights. You're going to go to jail too for defending you guys.
It's a couple people can have
really
rights, but the gay people will not have their rights in Africa. I mean, I'm sorry, it's like
it's so sad.
But Africa is one of the continents that's like led by religion. Like it's like very
predominantly Christian and Muslim.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
That is not flying over there.
It's not. But certain places are. I mean, certain places are kind of being a little more easier.
Yeah,
they're not all.
A few places, right? You know what I'm saying? A few places will let it go, but overall, that's gonna be a steep hill to climb. But there's so many issues, to get to before you get there. So
like Uganda, like I feel like one of the stories that I read, the Ugandan. I guess the king of Uganda in the 19th century. Right. He used to engage in gay activities.
I never heard of that.
Homosexual activity.
Oh yeah. And what happened to him when they caught him?
And also certain African countries, they practiced in their traditional, I guess, tribal religions or whatever it was. They practiced things that are considered now
so they practiced homosexuality. Right. So they were doing some Greek Roman shit then.
Basically. But they were trying to basically blame the Western influence. Saying, oh, this isn't us normally, this isn't normal, this is. I mean,
the reality is there's gay people in the world, man.
Everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Every nationality. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like gay is a hormone thing. I feel like it's the food we eat. I feel like it's more prevalent now because of the hormones in our food that cause you to feel certain feelings and emotions towards the same sex or about sex in general. So the curiosity just comes from a higher sex drive, I feel like. In a sense. That's just my little philosophy on that. I
think it's some gay people and there's some straight people out here.
Yeah, but it's all hormones. You got to be attracted to them. So,
yeah.
It's like you're saying, I'm not attracted to a woman, I'm attracted to a man. You're really attracted to the feeling that you get with being with a man.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. But, from just watching, different, homosexual people just speaking and... Because I've done kind of a minor research on it, and I'm just like, it has to be a hormonal thing. Right. Because everybody's like, I feel. How
you think they would do Dwayne Wade and his son out
there? They would definitely be chastised, I would say. They would, isolate them. I'm sorry to say, because, in America, a lot of things are illegal, but Africa, you gotta be careful.
Yeah. That Africa is it's gonna be tough.
Right. No matter how much money you have, no matter what status you have, like when you go to Africa, it's a whole different jungle, literally.
Speaking of that, Ebola in the Congo, they just released the last known patient to have Ebola.
Whew. Are they sure that they don't have it anymore? Look, I'm over here scared of the coronavirus.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy why the Ebola is still technically ending.
Something else starts.
Corona is, and they're saying that Corona is appearing in South Africa for the first time, and Nigeria.
Oh. Yeah. You know, there was a travel ban to Nigeria.
Yeah,
for
I know.
Corona. Yeah. And that kind of like, I guess, messed with something having to do with not taxes, but their stocks and all that.
Yeah, and then also the fact that the Asians have a lot of access to Nigeria.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's a point in it too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like, that's crazy. I feel like the whole coronavirus thing is a gimmick. Because I feel like they do have a cure for it. They have a cure for everything.
Right.
You know, so for people to be infected, and then the people that are passing away and dying from it are elderly.
Question is though, if it's a gimmick, what's the end game?
Probably just to scare people, to keep people from. I feel like it's a financial thing for like the stock market. You know, like they're basically. I heard on the news they were saying like it could cause like a depression. And all that. So, I mean, I feel like it's financial, like, plan or plot.
Yeah, I mean.
Somehow. Because, you know, the medical industry is big in it.
Yeah. The medical industry is big in the world.
In the world, right.
Yeah,
so, for me not to think.
But they still saying the coronavirus is not necessarily worse than the flu or more prevalent than the flu. You got a better chance of getting the flu than you do the coronavirus so far.
Yeah.
And it's something very new. So yeah, so we don't know.
There's 6 people in the state of Georgia that have contracted it, and 2 people in Metro Atlanta.
Yeah.
And those 2 people were actually they lived in the same household.
Yes, I seen. And then what happened in Hawaii?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know about
somebody contracted in Hawaii. Somebody that had traveled to Italy.
Yeah, that's the people in Atlanta as well. They traveled to Italy, so maybe, yeah, that's weird, but that's a common, I guess.
Yeah, so like they said, keep on washing your hands, and you know what I'm saying?
Gloves and masks, okay? Gloves and masks.
They said the masks are not necessarily,
needed.
Yeah.
Because it's more about touching, I guess, germs getting in your mucus.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Drink alcohol.
Drink alcohol. Yeah, alcohol is the cure for the ills. Let's ask you some more questions. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Love at first sight. I don't believe in love at first sight.
Why not?
Just because I feel like you got to know somebody in order to even catch feelings for them, in a sense. Like, I have to. First sight would be, ooh, I love him. That's how I take.
Right.
That's how I take first sight.
So have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
No, I haven't. Close. But I do think I fell for somebody. For me to fall for somebody, it takes a while. Like, I have to really like know that person, and it has to be like a whole. I guess I don't know how to explain it. Like, we have to kind of be in the same mood. I have to want to be around you all the time. Like, I don't know. It's a vibe. Okay. I have to have a vibe. Gotcha. I can't just fall in love and be like, I'm in love. That's fake to me.
Okay.
What do you think?
I believe in love at first sight. I believe it can happen.
You fell in love at first sight?
I think at something like that before. You know what I'm saying?
Not just exactly met like them first and were like, oh, I could see myself being with them?
Yeah, this happened before.
Okay. I mean, I could forecast if I like them, but I ain't gonna lie. With the
won't necessarily say love, but I like them a lot.
I like them. Right?
Yeah.
Love is different.
Right.
That's why I said I've never fell in love. I've liked.
But I won't say it's impossible. It is possible. You know.
Yeah, I've liked somebody on first sight or in first engagement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But first sight, not love, no.
Mm-hmm. On that note, I think our guest is here, so we're gonna take a little time out.
Time out. Hey, it's your girl Inspired by BB, checking in LoftP Africa, and we have a special guest, Kenzie London.
Hi, guys.
What it do? It's Steve Lou. We in the building.
Yes.
And we're about to put you on our what had happened was moment.
Sure.
Yes.
We say a word, and you tell us what had happened was.
Okay. Okay.
So that's how it goes.
Okay.
First one, Yera brand.
What had happened was a friend of mine, actually a mutual friend of BB's, and I, she unfortunately passed away, and I named my clothing line after her to honor her. It was a very tragic event that happened, but the name stands for, it's an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
The Y for youthful, the E for elegant, R for retro. I really love vintage fashion, A for artistic. But also her name was Yersalem, but we called her Yera. So that was a nickname.
Sure, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we missed her dearly. That's our way of like honoring her, one of the ways. So
That's cool. That's
Which
what's
was
up.
so awesome because I feel like, that was brilliant.
thank you.
That was brilliant.
Thank
A great
you,
way to
thank you.
represent
Yeah, RIP
her.
to her,
Like
too.
she's always
Yes,
been
she was an
so sweet
angel.
and bubbly. Like
Yeah,
very sweet.
yeah. Beautiful
Yes.
girl.
R.I.P. to our beautiful angel.
Clark Atlanta.
Yes, what happened was, okay, so I went to Clark, as you know. Loved my time there. I actually applied to Spelman first, and then found out it was an all-girls school.
Gotcha.
And
Oh, you
changed
didn't
my
know
mind.
it first. Okay.
I did not know because I'm not from here. I'm from Philadelphia, so it's like I knew, but it's like whatever. I decided. I'm glad I chose Clark.
Yeah.
Best 4 years of my life.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Next one.
And Miami.
Okay, well, what happened with Miami is that I just got tired of living here in Atlanta. I wanted to change.
So you left.
I left and I had been out there to vacation. And in fact, the very first time I went to vacation in Miami, I was like, oh, I want to move here. I love it so much. And then I ended up actually moving there and living there for 6 years. So yeah, good time.
Miami vibes are different.
Yeah, it treated me kindly.
Mm.
Miami definitely treated me kindly, for sure.
I love Miami.
Yeah.
It's vacation to go.
Lauren London.
Okay, so what happened was I've been told that I look like her. Now, I don't see it. I don't see it, especially now anymore because I'm older.
Mhm.
Things have happened. But I used to get that all the time. Things
All
have
the
happened.
time. Like,
When
wait,
I
are
was
you
younger and
Lauren
fire.
London?
So you could have been out here getting these walkthroughs then.
I could have been.
We damn near
I would've
were.
liked to.
We
I-
kinda-
no,
we
I literally,
were.
When I was
She
younger,
knew
I literally,
everybody.
like, people would ask me that all of the
They were
time.
calling you Nunu.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Philadelphia.
So I'm originally from Philadelphia, Mount Airy to be exact, like Germantown area. I moved down
Represent.
here. Yeah, I moved down here when my mother got remarried
Mhm.
and kind of just stayed, finished high school out here, then went to college out here, But yeah, I'm from Philadelphia originally.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah,
Miami to Haiti with love.
right. Okay, Miami to Haiti. Wait, what are you referring to specifically?
You saw it in your bio. I don't know what it means.
I said that in my bio?
Mhm.
My
My Instagram bio?
Yep.
Yeah, IG.
Oh.
He can't.
Are you sure?
We're sure.
Okay, well,
Anything to do with Haiti?
I mean, I lived in Miami. Miami is very, very rich with Haitian culture. So, ça passe to all, the
passe.
Zoes. What's up? But, like, no, I don't know what y'all talking about. That's not in my bio.
I don't know. We saw it in the bio though.
Not in my bio. But shout out to Haiti. I love Haiti. I
Okay.
love Haitians. I love Miami. I love Haitian food. I love Haitian culture. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Tea.
Maybe that was a fashion.
Nah.
I think that was the name of a fashion show I did, honestly.
Maybe that's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
Mhm.
Okay.
Miami to Haiti. Oh.
Now let's
Yeah.
go in the letter bag.
Makes
See
sense.
what the letters
Okay.
that they said for you.
Okay, so we got a LoftP letter DM.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We're going to give them advice today. Dear LoftP, I need your advice. I am a 35-year-old man from Senegal. I have been having trouble dating women because I'm 4'1". Most people would say I'm a midget. It's hard to find a woman that is okay with me being this small. I have only had 3 girlfriends in life, but I'm getting older and my family keeps telling me it's time to get married. I have been online dating, but when I go to the face-to-face meeting, they end up blocking me afterwards. What should I do? Oh,
That's so rude.
that's so mean.
That is mean.
Blocking them is some
But
cold
what would
shit.
you do if you went on a date? You know how like when you meet somebody and they try to holler at you from the car and then you're like, I don't know if they're short.
Yeah, but they agree to go on a date with them though. So that means they have gone on a date with them.
No, it's online dating.
Oh, online.
Yeah, they were dating
You
online.
can't tell how tall
So
a
you
person
really
is
get
online.
until you get there and then
They shouldn't block him. That's over the top. Like if they don't like how he looks or whatever, that's I guess
Just
their own
express it.
prerogative. But that's rude to block somebody. He can't control his
What if
height.
he's a nice guy?
I'm sure he is a nice guy.
What would you do if he was a nice guy? He was
and
4'1"?
he was like 4'1".
It wouldn't work for me. I wouldn't block him though.
You wouldn't block him?
You
No,
just be like, we could
absolutely
be
not. And I would
friends.
tell him. I wouldn't just be like out here like acting like stuff is cool and then blocking people. That's very rude.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
so rude.
Now we got a few questions for you.
Sure.
You pick a question out the bag
Okay.
and then tell us your response.
It's empty. Or is it at the top?
Oh, yeah, this one's empty.
Okay. I'll pick another.
Next
It's all
one.
good. The missing limb. That is so. What's wrong with y'all? Yes, I would. That's out of their control. As long as it's not like the limb that I need.
Right. Okay. That's what's up.
But like other limbs,
third
fine.
leg.
Right. Yeah, like arm, leg, whatever. You know, you can't control that.
That's
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Let's get another one.
Okay.
Keep going.
Let's answer all the questions.
These are the most randomest questions, you guys.
Okay. Have you ever been to a swingers club? If yes, how was it? If no, would you go? Yes, I actually have. So swingers clubs are like huge in Florida for some reason. I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's
older
fine.
couples.
Yeah.
And they love stuff like that. Just keep
Yeah.
it spiced up a little.
I guess so. And you know what? So my fiance's in the army, and apparently like swinging is like very big in the military community too. From what I've heard, you know, we not getting down with that, but
yeah, right.
but yes, I have been to one in Florida.
Did you like it?
I did like it. It was very interesting. Like I kind of was like
Different.
treating it like you know how like before you like dive into a pool you like touch it
look
like
at it. Let
with
me
your
see.
toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like more or less doing that, like trying to like I was
You're
observing.
Spectating.
Yeah,
Okay.
was it called voyeur? A voyeur?
Yeah, while you're
Yeah, I was that.
I went to one as well.
Okay.
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah, interesting. Because
Very interesting.
You
But I'm
know-
glad I went through it.
yeah, I'm glad that I went, and it's like I'm not against participating, but I just didn't feel like it,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to like force myself.
just want to
So
see how
I
I go
just-
at first.
Yeah, and I
Just
haven't
to
been back
see.
to one since, but I would go again.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have like a few here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
but
they do.
the best one I've known of is called Trapeze.
I've never even heard of that one. I remember when I was in college, I
That's what I
went
went
to
to.
one for like a job interview for a bartender. I forget the name of it though, but it was down like on the south side. I want to say.
I wonder if it's that same one.
Nah, it was
Like a
I would
warehouse kind of
remember.
look.
I can't even remember because it was literally probably like 7-8 years ago. But it wasn't
But-
called Chubby's.
But not trapeze though.
Trapeze.
I think it was Trapeze.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Actually-
Trapeze. That's what
oh.
I was saying.
Oh, I thought you
Trapeze.
said Chubby's.
Trapeze.
Yeah, I think it was
Trapeze.
Trapeze. Yes,
My
yes,
accent,
it was
sorry.
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
But yeah, with Trapeze, it was different. Well, the reason we even went to Trapeze was to eat, but it was like a $50 membership. So
Yeah.
my homegirl paid for it. I didn't know where we were going. She
Yeah,
was
that
like,
membership.
"Oh, it's like a nice club. Da, da, da. We're just
Yeah, I got a
going
lot
for the
more than
breakfast.
food."
Their breakfast is awesome."
Oh,
da, da.
she
Right.
tried.
Little
it.
did I know.
She tried.
I was
it.
like, "Why am I having to sign waivers to get in a club
Right,
and eat?"
right.
Like,
She
you
should've
know
been
what I
more
mean? Like,
transparent.
and she was like, "Just don't worry, you're gonna have a good time."
She should
I
have
was like,
definitely been
okay.
more
She was kind of tipsy, so I'm not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, we kind of left somewhere else. I forgot. Oh, an event,
Mhm.
and then went there because her friends were like, "Let's all go." Da, da.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me either. Nobody was like.
Somebody should have said something.
Somebody, yeah, should have said.
Somebody
But
should've,
it's
like,
cool because then
by
when
the
I went in
way.
the first half, you don't have to take off your clothes.
Yeah.
But then to go to the back half, you have to like change in the bathroom or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's like the bathrooms were open.
Yeah.
Like people could see you.
Yeah.
But there's like like the peeing, like what is it, the
Yeah.
stall, but
Yeah.
that's closed. But like everything else is open, changing area open. I was just like,
There was one
I
that
could
I
change.
saw in Washington because I just moved from Seattle, by the way. There was one that I noticed in Seattle that like they encourage you to like dress up. Like they were like, for girls wear like a dress and heels. Like you could not get admitted if you weren't wearing a dress.
So y'all supposed to look like Vegas showgirls then, basically.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So yeah.
That's
last
sexy.
question.
All right, last question. Let's hope it's
Pick a good one.
right.
Yay.
Okay. What is something you can't live without? It's going to be two things, but they go hand in hand. Love and respect.
Yay.
Because it's like, if you respect someone, you're going to treat them with love, you know, and vice versa. It's like and that's just bare minimums. It's like to even be able to relate to someone, to have a conversation, to have any form of relationship, whether it be friendship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, coworkers, love and respect have to be there, you
That's
know?
a fact.
And not like I'm in love with you, but like I have love for you as just like who you are as an individual or what you're trying to do, or I have love for you just because you're like a human being, you know?
Right.
So those are two things I cannot live without, because if you don't have respect, then you just you're not going to be able to talk to me.
Right.
I don't know. I respect
I don't
everybody.
like disrespectful people.
Yeah, and some people are just rude. Some people, and like, I don't know. I just can't even deal
wake up
with
disrespectful. Like,
yeah.
bro.
Or just in a bad mood.
right.
Or like whatever. And like feel like, you know, if they have other things going on, they can project their feelings onto other people. Or if like they had a bad day, that gives them free range to be rude to somebody. I don't like that.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, I cannot deal without love and respect. You gotta have both of those things.
Absolutely. What do you think, Steve?
You said, what do I think?
Love and respect.
I think that's cool right there.
Top.
Yeah. I don't think
And on like a more basic level, I can't live without like water or like sleep.
No sleep.
water,
Sleep is definitely my thing.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started.
With like the clothing line or just any like
Everything you do.
Clothing line. She does makeup.
Yeah. Okay. So I always had a real interest in fashion design.
Okay.
Always, you know, like I made my prom dress. I would always just like make little stuff. I would make clothes for my Barbies and stuff. And I started a clothing line, you know, not too long after college. I didn't even really have a name for it until like I just got the idea to name it after my friend. I was just making clothes for people.
Yeah, she used to make stuff for me as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I need to still make
Dope
some
shirts
stuff for you. Yeah.
Dope shirts.
But yeah, that's how I got started with clothes. It's something that I always wanted to do. And then one day I literally was just like, no, I'm going to actually do it.
Okay.
And I had a lot of people help me along the way. Like a
Okay.
friend of mine, Dwayne, he's also passed since, which is really sad. But he went to, what's the school? Barter for design. And they have one of the best design programs in the state of Georgia outside of SCAD. So he was amazing. He taught me a lot. We did a lot of pop-ups and fashion shows and stuff like that together. And as my clothing line grew more, I saw an opportunity to incorporate the makeup and the beauty side in, because I would have people like contact me for like a bridesmaid dress and be like, oh, your makeup looks nice. Can you do my makeup? And I felt very, very nervous to do other people's makeup at first, honestly. Right. Yeah. And it was other people like telling me like, oh no, you can do this. It's easy. Like, it's fine. Like you do good at what you do. So yeah, both things kind of happened as I would say the beauty happened more as like a, kind of a random thing. The clothing line I always knew I wanted to do. And, you know, I've been blessed enough to have it grow over the past few years. Like prom season is one of my busiest seasons for gowns and clothing. I specialize in a lot of like custom swimwear. I still do have like an e-commerce store to where those rotate based on the season. And then, yeah, makeup. I was in Seattle. I was doing good. Yeah, I was doing good. I was doing a lot of I was doing a lot of wedding makeups. Like last summer, I think I was booked the entire summer with like back-to-back weddings every weekend. So yeah.
And you got a podcast.
And all her dresses
too, right?
and shirts
I do have a
and
podcast.
pants
Oh yeah,
handmade.
Thank you.
Handmade, y'all.
Handmade everything.
Handmade
everything. I sew. People be like, but wait, do you buy this stuff for real, or like you have somebody sew it for you? Sew? And I was like, no, I sew.
She sews it.
I sew.
Right.
Don't
get it right.
But yeah, I do have a podcast. It's also something I've always wanted to do. And I started it with my friend Ambra. She's up in Baltimore
Shout out, Amber.
right now. Shout out to Ambra. I love her. So we're trying to figure out how to record over the phone. And her schedule's been crazy because we both lived in Washington, but she moved back to Baltimore. I'm here. So we're trying to navigate.
What made y'all leave Washington?
Well, with me, my fiance got switched to another base. So we're going to be in the Southeast for a little bit. And then with Amber, she just got tired. Like Seattle is cool, But it's weird.
It's
It's the rain. It's not a whole lot of black people.
Lots of marijuana.
Oh no, I don't have no problems with that.
Right. That's cool.
So you appreciate that?
Oh no, I appreciate the legal marijuana.
In both the Washingtons.
Yeah,
Look.
right. I appreciate that, but like I don't know, it was just it was a culture shock for me to like live in the South or like the East Coast most of my life and live places to where there was always like so many black and brown people. Because like the white people there, they're not like
Welcoming, really.
they're welcoming, but they're passively racist. There's a bunch of microaggressions. They'll like let you know in roundabout ways that they're not really comfortable with you sharing space with them. But it's not like the South where they'll be like, no niggas allowed, or like, no, you know.
They're not vocal.
At least they're more bold here, so you know where you stand with somebody. Out there, it's a lot of microaggressions and passive racism, which was weird for me because I never really experienced that. I've always lived in places that have been very, very diverse. So
I was living in Oregon and I went through the same thing.
Pacific
like,
Northwest is just very, very strange
It's
sometimes.
Strange, isn't it? But they do got the weed.
And Cali's so
They
different.
do have the weed. They have beautiful. I can't just like drag them the whole time. Like the plus size, they do have the good weed. I enjoyed hiking a lot. There's a lot of really beautiful trails and like it's beautiful, beautiful lakes. Like, you know, just on a hot summer day, you could take like a boat out on a lake or like jet ski or whatever. And it's real lake, not no Lake Lanier man-made lake, like a real actual lake.
Right. It's not dark like
Yeah, it's not black at the bottom.
Oh, really?
But yeah, it was cool. Like it wasn't my worst experience, but it definitely was different. It took a while for me to get used to living there. And I felt like the moment I started to get my footing and be like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. We got orders to move back to the East Coast, which I'm happy to be back on the East Coast.
That's what's
So,
up. What can we expect from
Especially
you in
Georgia.
2020?
Just more elevation. I just want to continue on the path that I am and just like continue to grow and learn and build and just keep on, I guess, creating the steps. Cause like I have a very specific end goal for my life. And so I kind of think about every move I make or every decision I make or all the work and stuff I involve myself in is just moving me closer to like my end goal of what I want to accomplish as like a business owner and as a woman, period. So
Absolutely.
yeah, just keep on doing my thing.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
We need you to keep doing your thing because you are doing your thing.
Thanks.
Y'all need to check her out as well. Her handle is Kinsey London.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your social media?
My clothing line page is Yera Brand. That's YERABRAND. My beauty page is Yera B Beauty. And my podcast page is Beauty and Brains Pod.
Yes. On IG as well.
Yeah, all
All
on
of
IG,
those.
and then my website and all that is in my bio. So
That's a lot of moves. So we looking for you in 2020.
thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate you for coming on to LoftP Africa.
Yes,
I don't
we
see your
appreciate
shot
you. We
glass.
love you.
I already took my shot.
You already took your shot?
Yeah, I thought I was
Get a-
supposed to take it before I sat down.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, we
Here,
should
we'll
get you
give you
another
another
one.
one.
Okay.
But we're gonna take the shot. We're gonna take the shot with you for you.
We're gonna let.
We're gonna do it on 1, 2, 3.
I'll
We're gonna
pretend I have.
Wait.
go. Right.
It's right over there. Should I just get up and give it?
No.
I guess so. We're not gonna take a shot without you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do that. It's
I
not cool.
really would though. But
That's why I was like, wait, we can share this shot.
I dead ass thought he
Yeah,
wanted me to
that-
take
that's
it
a-
before I
For a
started to like, yeah.
I was just
Yeah,
talking
that
shit,
too,
but
that
you
too.
went for it though.
I did. I was
Most,
like,
most
well,
people,
shit.
most people be like, I am not taking that shot.
Oh, I do. Let me tell you something.
So you are not shy
You
about
Let me
it.
tell you
gotta-
something.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not shy.
You ain't gotta beg her.
Once upon a time, I worked in nightclubs, so I was doing 5 shots a night just to like deal with people. So yes.
Now you know I done heard about the bartenders take the face shots.
What are face shots?
They don't take the real shot. They just act like they're taking a shot.
Oh no, I would do that
the
when I
water
was starting to get
shots?
lit.
Right.
Yeah. No,
right,
after a
right.
while, like somebody would think that I'm taking a shot of Hennessy. It'd be Coke.
Right. That's fine. Some people are catching on to that stuff though. I ain't
No,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah,
Is
they,
that ready?
they
We
watch
smell
you
it.
pour.
We're gonna do it on 3.
Okay,
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. LoftP Africa.
LoftP Africa.
LoftP Africa.